Hi everyone, I'm Chris, the Aquarius Traveller. Make sure you subscribe for your worldwide travel content and inspiration. How's it going there, viewers? Chris here. I just wanted to say a big thank you to all the support and engagement that people have been giving me so far, and to all my subscribers. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more of my future videos. Today I am off to the south side of Brisbane. I'm going to a place called King Island, and it's a place just off the coast of Wellington Point, and at low tide you can actually walk out to the island and stuff. And I wanted to get the opportunity to get some photos, get the drone up, and take you along for the ride and just show you what we have to offer in Brisbane itself. So I hope you enjoy the ride. So let's go. When you first arrive to Wellington Point, there are a number of different car parks, along with a cafe, a sit-down restaurant and some public bathrooms. Most of today's video was taken at low tide while walking out, but I just wanted to show you the comparison between the tides. This is currently showing you the footage from low tide of the sandbar that you can walk out to the island. Now from high tide and the sandbar completely covered and unable to walk out easy enough. Then this shot was taken 2 hours after high tide, probably the best time for me as it was also early morning sunrise on this day. As you can see from the 3 different perspectives, there is an importance to finding the right time to do this walk. If you come too close coming into high tide, you may have to swim back or at least walk in a lot of water. Now back to actually walking out to King Island. Well, this is Wellington Point. I've just parked the car and they've got some kid swings and stuff like that here in the park. But if you can see behind me, there is the walk out to King Island. Obviously you can see an hour before low tide and there's plenty of room over there to actually see. But anyway, let's go for a walk and see what we find. For hundreds of years, visitors have walked across the exposed sandbar to picnic and relax on King Island. Keep your eye out for soldier crabs and shorebirds who feed on the tidal flats at low tide. So it is the middle of the week on Wednesday and it is fairly quiet out here, which is really great. Nice walk out here, so it's only going to take about 20 minutes to get out to the island. There's not much from what I can see on the island. I think there's just a lot of bird life and stuff like that. The outside of the sandbar just looks a bit like a mangrove at the moment. In 1887, King Island was formally declared a reserve and today protected as a regional park. This is supported by a volunteer group and the Redland City Council. King Island is an important high tide bird roost and a low tide feeding ground for shorebirds. made it out to the back of the island. You can quite clearly see behind me that the water level does come right up here. So we're probably at the peak of low tide at the moment. So I'm going to pop the drone up and see if I can get some more shots of Wellington Point and see how I go. Grey mangroves surround the island and buffer it from the wind and the sea. The swamp trees trap the sand and provide shelter to the 8 bird species that inhabit the small island. The waters surrounding King Island are part of the Moreton Bay Marine Park and boast coral reef, sponge inhabitants and seagrass meadows. Although the island is only small, this experience is really all about the journey itself. The 2-kilometre round trip is suitable for all ages and is much loved by kids. In particular, as retreating waters leave behind the pathway that is usually littered with an array of different marine life, such as curling shells and small mud crabs just waiting to be discovered. Timing your trip for when low tide falls close to sunrise promises not only a spectacular view, but also a prime car spot. Wellington Point is popular for many reasons, so the car parking spots can fill up fast during the day. Of course, if you're not up for such an early start, low tide in the afternoon is also a beautiful experience. Out the back of the island, you will quite often see boats and catamarans passing by and heading out to sea, or coming back into the harbours. You might also find some birds. There is a walkway running through the middle of the island. Listen and watch out for the bird life. Whilst there are a couple of good cafes at the point and nearby, packing a picnic is always a winner. The huge park in the centre of the point makes for a perfect place to laze around under the huge shady fig trees. I think most of the locals actually use this area to exercise, get out in the sun, walk their dogs. There's a few dogs here today. It's a lovely day to go for a walk too. Beautiful winter's day here in Brisbane and hardly a cloud in the sky and very little wind. I hope you enjoyed this small tour today of King Island, located on the south side of Brisbane near Wellington Point. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up. And please consider subscribing. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments below. Until next week, I will see you later. Bye-bye.